Yeah. All right. Peace. New week, new day, new live feed. Got a lot of stuff to share with y'all, man. Um, Hope everything's good with y'all. Connection's a little weak apparently, based on what the little red thing is telling me, but we're gonna make it happen. Hope you guys are doing well, man. And let's get into some things. I'm gonna try to let a few more people get in. We got 6 folks in there, just popped up to 8, you know what I mean? But yeah, peace to everybody, peace world, you know what I mean? Shout out to my man. Let's start out off top. Shout out my man DJ Hive. He the tee I'm wearing right now, this Jay Dilla joint I'm rocking or whatever. This was a gift he gave me a couple years back. And he was going on me last time because when I was telling everybody who was involved with the album and stuff, I forgot to shout him out. I forgot to shout out a couple people, but my man was letting me have it. So I want to make sure I shout him out off the top because DJ Hive is the only person to ever make a guest appearance in the live feed. You know what I mean? Hey, peace, Jose. Thanks for tuning in, brother. You know what I mean? So just off the top, let me let you guys know this will be a weekly thing. So no matter if I'm on tour, no matter where I'm at in the world or whatever, every Sunday, I'm going to try to keep it around 7 p.m., which is going to be tough if I'm ever, different coast or, out of the country and stuff. But the plan is to keep this going weekly, you know what I mean, for as long as I possibly can. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah. Peace, Michael. Peace, Rudy. Welcome. So let's get into some things. Let me tell you guys what's going on. I got a little agenda I'm going to follow and all that good stuff. And I definitely want to make sure we stay on track. You're going to see me click over here a few times or whatever because I got like stuff I want to make sure I talk about or whatever so we won't get too off track. You know what I mean? But yeah, anybody else? Okay, cool. So look, let's get into it, shall we? So first things first, the album. The album is done, as I mentioned last week. But the reason why I'm repeating this again is because pre-orders will start tomorrow. You know what I mean? Depending on how the next few hours go, they might even be live around midnight tonight. So definitely wanted to give you guys, peace, Shane. Yep, this is the new Sunday thing, man. Hopefully, y'all get to come in and chime in with a brother every week. And so, so back to what I was saying. Pre-order start next week. Tomorrow. Got distracted. Pre-order start tomorrow. So just be on the lookout for that. The pre-orders will be digital first. After we do the digital, once we get the official dates from the manufacturers for both the cassette, the CDs, then we're going to roll those out as well, the pre-orders for that. Pre-orders for the vinyl, it might be a little bit of time before we set those up because we still have to get a date on that. We were still waiting on dates for a couple of those things. But just wanted to give you guys heads up. Pre-orders will begin tomorrow, more than likely in the AM. So, man, it's about to be on, and it's a lot of dope stuff that's about to go down. So you guys keep tuning in so you can get all the updates and all that good stuff. And let me get ready to give you the next piece of business. You know what I mean? So, hold on one second. So, yeah. Hey, happy Sunday. Peace, Simeon. Peace, Peter. Hey, Peter, yo, if you own one of the original Bop Alloy shirts, it was actually manufactured by my man Peter Yip. He was the one that used to do all of our original shirts. So shout out to Peter for dropping in. Pre-order for all packages tomorrow. Nah, Jose. It's pre-order just for the digital tomorrow, and then we're gonna roll out the stuff for the CDs, cassettes, and stuff later. You know what I mean? But thanks for the question, bro. Next order of business. Wanted to answer a few questions. Yesterday, when I first posted the reminder for today and what we were planning to do, one of the fans via Twitter sent in a bunch of questions. So let me shout them out real quick. Get my man name. Yeah. So shout out to Reps Up Shatters. You know what I mean? On Twitter. I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure I tortured and just butchered your name right now, but shout out to you. Let me get into these questions my man sent. So his questions were, he said, what inspired you to be the rapper you wanted to be? So as far as what inspired me to be a rapper, like, I mean, I'll be the first to tell you that wasn't always the goal or whatever. But basically, by the time I hit high school, I'd been playing around with rap for a minute. But what ended up happening is when I got to high school and we would do these little ciphers at lunchtime, somebody beating on the table or whatever, you know, I would rap my favorite lyrics or whatever from different rappers and stuff. And people used to compliment me all the time on my voice, and tell me I should write my own rhymes and stuff like that. And so, you know, it was that kind of that camaraderie building with my fam and stuff like that, like, and them pushing me like, dude, you should really try rapping, because sometimes when you rap, you sound better than some of these other guys. And I basically, you know, I just went home, wrote something, came back, got some love, and then I just kept pushing with it. You know what I mean? I just, you know, kept going with it. And then I want to say by the time I was like 16, I kind of knew what I was willing to do to be successful, but I also knew what I wasn't willing to do. And I might even go as far as saying maybe younger than that, maybe when I was like 15 for real. Because I had one of the first deals I got offered. I had a group with two other friends of mine, and they basically offered me a deal where they wanted me to leave the other two cats to work with the label. And I refused to do it because they were two of my oldest friends. And so I knew I wasn't going to sacrifice my integrity. I wasn't going to sacrifice like my relationships with people I loved and cared about or whatever just to be successful. I always knew I was never going to be that person. And so, you know, it makes it very challenging in this business to kind of, I guess, to get to make the most of certain opportunities, because you know that there's just certain things you're not going to do. And a lot of people, unfortunately, you know, will do anything to be successful, even if it's for a short period of time. So I hope that answered your question, brother, if you're tuning in. Another question that was sent was, what made you choose a career in non-commercialized form of rap during the times of commercialization in the late 90s and early 2000s? So, I mean, if I'm being all the way honest, it was, you know, like, fate had a major role in that, you know, because I submitted something to an A&R at Def Jam, who I was talking to, and he was interested. When he first asked me for the stuff, you know, I basically took way too long to get him the material. Finally got it to him, and he liked it, but, you know, I had kind of missed my window of opportunity. Fast forward, maybe like a month or so, I basically had talked to Nujabes for the first time, and Nujabes asked, you know, about working with me and wanted to hear some of my stuff. Luckily, I had that same demo I had just cut, you know, that I sent to the folks at Def Jam, and I ultimately ended up sending that to Nujabes, and the rest is history. So, you know, it was really one of those things that I wouldn't say it was luck per se. It was really just, you know, the opportunities showed up at a certain time. I missed one opportunity because I took too long or whatever. I got the next opportunity because I was ready, you know, and it was really that simple. And so next question was, if a major label gave you $2 million contract, how would you spend it? And if they had conditions, would you comply? I mean, it really depends on what these conditions are. I'm never going to sacrifice my creative control. Like, never, ever going to sacrifice my creative control. I've passed up on opportunities before because they wanted me to do specific things that went against what what I stood for. I've passed up on Easy Money like plenty of times because people have hit me up to do a song. Like, perfect example, this happened recently. Someone hit me up to do a song called That Nigga, right? And if you really listen to my music, with the exception of my first album and like one mixtape, most of my catalog, I don't overuse the N-word in my rhymes. And so I sure as hell wasn't about to all of a sudden like just do a song called That Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just kind of goes against, like how I've established myself. And so, I mean, there's definitely certain things I'm just never going to comply with or whatever in terms of, just to get money or whatever. And so someone said, how would I spend? Like, he basically wanted to know how I would spend it if I got that. I mean, man, look, be real with you. I ain't even thinking about the music side of things off top or whatever. I can think of some investments I've been wanting to make that I probably do. Wipe out all of this debt that I got from Pratt Institute and buy a lot of property or whatever in a couple of different places and a lot of land in North Carolina where my mom's side of the family is. You know what I mean? But I don't want to bore you guys too much with that. I know we got other things to get into, but trust that $2 million would be well spent. You know what I mean? But it ain't gonna be a bunch of flashy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't gonna be. I'm a simple dude when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not about like a whole lot of flash for real. So, and the last question, because I know it's a lot. I don't want to bore you guys, but it says, do you think that hip hop will still survive despite being victim to major labels selling out to corporate America? Simple answer, yes. Because I think when people ask questions like that, they're really just talking about rap music. They're not necessarily talking about hip hop as a whole. They're just really focused in on one element of hip hop. They're not talking about DJing. They're not talking about graffiti. They're not talking about breaking. They're not talking about knowledge. You know what I mean? Knowledge itself and all of these different things. These are all part of hip hop culture. And so like, I think as long as we keep teaching the next generation and basically passing down those things that we love about the culture to the next generation and showing them that there are alternatives to what's put out in mainstream media. As long as we're doing that, it's fine. You know what I mean? It'll survive. So I hope that was a concise enough answer for you. But while we're on that topic, oh, I got you, Sebastian. I'm going to answer that question in a second. But while we're on the topic of hip hop, I do have a recommendation for you guys. If you haven't seen the this show on Netflix right now called Hip Hop Evolution, I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. I watched the first few episodes the other day. I just finished this morning or whatever, and it's really good. Things like that, shows like The Get Down and other shows, I think are making a solid effort at trying to preserve what hip hop culture is, about. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with, certain things that some of those shows may talk about or little lines, whatever, you know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, there are people making a conscious effort to preserve the history of hip hop culture. And that's a major part in keeping this culture alive. You know what I mean? Like, we got to teach it. We got to teach all of it, not just the rap side of it. You know what I mean? So the question was, Sebastian wanted to know any updates on the Europe tour. Right now, Rennes, France in early April is confirmed. We're really close, and I'm pretty sure I said this in the last video. We're super close to getting something confirmed in Copenhagen and possibly Aarhus. So, we have some other cities that we're working on or whatever that we're not as far along in the talks yet. And, it's tough right now because it's holiday season, so people are kind of responding a little slower. But hopefully we have some more dates locked in by right around the new year. I'm going to go ahead and scroll back, see if I missed any other questions too. Any chance of the track listing? Yes, the track listing will go up tomorrow. So so for my new album, which is called "The Past Is Always Present in the Future," tomorrow, the pre-orders will begin for the digital version, and the pre-orders for cassette and vinyl will come later. But while we're on the subject of the album, here's a little mock-up of the cassette, you know what I mean, that I created because I designed it myself. But yeah, that's a little mock-up of the cover, you know what I mean, for the joint. So hopefully you guys are excited because I'm excited, man. Been working on this album a long damn time. Let's see what we got here. Hey, so Shane made a very good point. So Shane put that the fact that Tribe's new album hit #1 proves that all is not lost. I gotta agree, man. Look, here's something to think about, right? This year alone, we got a new Tribe Called Quest album, we got a new Common album, and we got a new De La album. I don't know for sure how Common's album did, but I know for sure that both De La and Tribe both hit #1 this year. So, I mean, they both had hit records and large fan bases. So that's part of the reason why it wasn't a very difficult feat for groups like that to achieve that. But, I mean, the fact that that type of hip hop, though, could still sell in this current market says a lot. So, you know, it's one of them things that, like, you know, an artist like me, I mean, I'm not as young as some of these guys. So, and I know the likelihood of me just kind of, you know, becoming a superstar overnight at this point is slim to none. But stranger things have happened, right? But the reality of it is, I think that people like good music, period. It's not like I don't necessarily have to follow a certain formula. I can do what I do. And if it falls into the falls into what you believe to be good music, and you know about it, that's big. Like Tribe and De La got a lot of press. Common's album that I feel like didn't get as much press, but De La and Tribe's album, like from what I saw, it was everywhere. Like every time I got on social media, I saw something about it. When I was out in public, I heard people talking about it, and that's a major part. So, you know, for example, I think I'm a solid enough artist where if, you know, I was put on a larger platform and people knew that I existed, you know what I mean? Like I would sell more records. It's a very simple thing. And so perfect example is the Lupe Fiasco show I did a couple months ago. When I did it, it was a larger platform. A lot of people who like Lupe, like, you know, good lyricists. I think I'm a pretty solid lyricist. I got up there, did the same show that I've done for years. And yo, people loved it. I made a lot of new fans that night. And it's really that simple. It's not a complicated thing, man. If you put good music on a larger platform, the people will. All right, sorry about that. The connection dropped out for a second. All right, any chance of passing by Canada? Definitely going to work on a Canada tour, or at least a couple dates for 2017. We'll see what happens. You know, I'd love to tell you guys it's definitely going to happen, but listen, man, I've been doing this a very long time, and I've reached out to a lot of different people, and sometimes, you know, the shows or whatever come through, and then other times or whatever it gets close to happening, and then it doesn't pan out. So time will tell. Deval, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment. But yeah, let me get back into this list right quick, because I want to make sure we cover everything. And so one of the things I wanted to tell you guys about is the fact that there are two videos lined up for the album so far. Actually planning to shoot at least 2 to 3 more. So by the time everything has kind of been out there, it'll be a total of 6 videos, you know, fingers crossed if everything goes as planned by the time, I kind of get to the tail end of promoting this record, you know. Hey, that's what's up, man. I appreciate it. Planning to talk to Marcus D about doing a follow-up to Winter Breaks, and then maybe even do a what's it called? A physical version. So you know, keep your fingers crossed and that. We'll see what happens. But anyway, what I'm gonna do real quick is give you guys a quick glimpse at one of the videos, you know. So give me a sec. Let's see what we can do here. Let's get some volume going. Yeah. So one of the videos that we shot and that is done is the subway. So if you guys can check a little bit of it out. Hold on one second. That's right. I'm directing stuff now, son. I'm gonna give you guys a couple more seconds of that.
To the next stop, come right along. Left pop, small tired of the fight and it tears. So Orlando was where I spent my formative years. While living here, met my oldest peers. Underprivileged, yet I'm overcoming my fear.
Yeah, son. Video's crazy, son. Yeah, man. Shout out to the homie Cam. He basically co-directed the video with me. So the cool thing about that video, so you're not gonna have to wait too long for it. The goal is to hopefully have it out next month. It's already done, so it's just a matter of us kind of lining up everything for the promo for it. But the goal is to get it out next month. It is the first time I've actually co-directed a video. I wrote the treatment myself. Actually shot, I would say not quite half of it, but I did shoot a lot of it. Shout out to my nephew who actually filmed part of the video with us. And yeah, man, it was a really great experience. So I'm looking to possibly co-direct a few more videos for the album, because I have concepts for at least 4 of the songs right now. So we'll see what happens, man. Let me check out some of these questions real quick. Any chance you might be in Atlanta soon? I don't know about soon, but I'm definitely planning to get back down to Atlanta before the year's out. Before 2017 comes to a close, I should be making it back to Atlanta. So I don't know when. We'll see. But I definitely plan on hitting Atlanta up again. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate it, man. He said it's feeling super authentic. I'd like to think so. We went and shot, because the song The Subway, if you don't really understand what the song is about, then you're not listening. I basically tell my life story in that song, right? Kind of starting from my birth all the way to where I am now. And I use subway trains, like subway stops, like various stops, to kind of take you along the journey that I went through. And so one of the coolest things, and this is something that's kind of like a little inside information, right? You can take a DC area metro map, right? And then take a NYC subway map, lay them down in front of you, and you can literally, if you did that and then followed along, you could kind of see where I was throughout my life in the various places. Like, that's kind of what I intended folks to be able to do at some point. Like, while you were listening, you could just kind of take a minute to do that and really kind of get an idea of how much jumping around I did over the years or whatever, just to get to this point and where I am now. So it's a really cool song, and I think, like, you know, folks can dig a little deeper into it. And so that's definitely on the new album. And yeah, I like it a lot. And Marcus killed that beat, man. Shout out to Marcus D. And so next. Can I play a beat for y'all? I know it takes a minute for y'all to hit a like button or a heart or whatever, so I'm going to just go ahead and do it. But I'm going to play the beat that I made a while ago that I was supposed to play last week, but we had technical issues because Pro Tools was being a mark-ass buster. So, you know, I'm going to play the joint right now. The beat is called Old Flame. Now, the beat, I produced this, like I said, a little while ago. It's a part of my exclusive feature on Bandcamp. So if you, and I'm going to put the link in there for you guys, so you got it. Quinnell, I hope I said your name right. Peace, family. New York area, we should work on some music. Hey man, anything's possible, brother. You never know. Shane, it says one of the very few reasons. That's what's up, Shane. I appreciate it, man. No doubt, no doubt. So yeah, back to the beat. So if you are a person who subscribes to my Bandcamp channel, you've already heard this beat. But if you don't already, maybe you should do that. Right now, it's only $5 a month. But because the album's getting ready to come out or whatever, I think I'm about to bump up the price just a little bit, maybe to like $7 a month, just because some people sign up, get everything they want, and then they cancel. So so I definitely don't want folks just getting the album for like $5 or whatever, when other people are paying full price. All right, Harsh, peace, family. Hey man, thank you for tuning in. All right, all right, I'm gonna drop the beat right now. Here we go. I gotta rewind that. Right, yeah. No Pro Tools this time. We ain't gotta worry about that. Yeah, man. Thank you, David, man. Appreciate that. Means a lot. Yeah. A lot of the beats for this project I'm working on, they're real chill. I'll let it finish out, Thank you. Yeah, man. I make beats sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I do a little something. So again, that's a beat that's exclusively on my Bandcamp page, but it's only available if you are a subscriber. So again, the subscription right now is $5 a month or whatever. For $5 a month, you get access to instrumentals that I make that I don't necessarily share with everybody because, like, I feel like I'm a work in progress. You know what I mean? Just trying to get my chops up a little more. You also, if you are a producer, you get access to acapellas for some of my past releases and stuff. There's 2 up there so far. I put up 1 a month. And then every 2 months, I put up an unreleased song and stuff. So it's not bad, man. $5 a month or whatever, you get unreleased material and, stuff that other people don't have access to. And on top of that, you get my entire discography. Like, my entire discography. You get everything. All right? So $5 a month. Sign up if you haven't. After the broadcast is over, I'll go ahead and throw the link in the comments and stuff. So if someone asks, what do I use to make my beats? So I mostly, because I work with kids and I teach them how to use GarageBand and stuff, I mostly use GarageBand to do a lot of my beats just because I'm teaching kids on it. One of the programs that I was doing, I was teaching Pro Tools as well. And so this particular beat I made using Reason and Pro Tools, right? So this beat's a little bit older, so it was before I was, I would say, as nice with GarageBand as I am now. You know what I mean? So, like, I think the beat I played in one of the older live broadcasts Actually, no, that last beat too. This beat and the beat I played before were both produced in Pro Tools, you know. But yeah, GarageBand is usually my weapon of choice or whatever. And then I have a M Audio Axiom 25 that I use to play a little bit of keys on stuff. That's my alarm telling me that I'm supposed to be wrapping it up. Alexa, stop. So, but I'm not going to cut it short just yet because there's like two last things I want to get into. See what's up with the questions. Do you produce Pro Tools? Da, da, da. So I kind of already answered that. All right. Where did I record my album? Right here, son. Right in the crib. I recorded the whole album right here. Well, technically, I recorded a little more than half of the album here. And then I was in a different crib. Like, we had a different place about a little more than a year ago. And so I recorded the other half of the album at my old place. But I record almost most of the material that you guys, most of the material that you've heard that I put out was recorded at home. You know what I mean? I record and engineer most of my own stuff. Norm, peace, Norm. Shout out to Norm, man. That's my man out in San Diego. Thanks for coming in, you know. So, yeah, let me get back to this agenda so I can stay focused. All right. So, we got the beat. All right. So, as I mentioned, if you sign up for the Bandcamp subscriptions, you get access to acapellas. So there are 2 acapellas up there right now. It's an acapella for the song Spilled Milk. And then there's an acapella for the song Moving All Right, which was a bonus track on my 3rd album. And it's a song with YU from Diamond District. So shout out to YU. That's the homie. And so, yeah. My man Jose just asked a question. So I'm going to answer this question and then get back to this real quick. So he asked if there are any features on the album. Yes, sir, there are. And those features are Steph the Sapphic Songstress. She's on the album. DJ Hobb is on the album. Uyama Hiroto's on my album. C. King, who's an MC a lot of y'all might not be familiar with, but he's dope as hell. And my homeboy Matthew Shell, who's a guitarist, he plays on the album. Precious Joubert from Sound of the City, she's on the album. Systar from Sign, he's on the album. J Soul from Baltimore, he's on the album. Tone Deaf and Marcus D, they're on the album. Wayna, who is an amazing singer/songwriter, originally from Ethiopia, who lives in the DC area. She's on the album. She also sings background for Stevie Wonder. So if you've seen Stevie Wonder live in the last few years, you've seen Wayna. So she's on the album. Grammy-nominated singer. Amazing. Fier, who's down with Quintic. Shout out to my man Tone. Forgot the other sister's name. Oh, and Lucy Camp. So Fier, she's on the album. Let me see. Oh, and production-wise, there are beats from J Soul, Odyssey, Ginsu Dean, Algorithm of the Stuyvesants, Marcus D, and the other guys. All right? So that's pretty... Hey, shout out to my man J Soul. So that's all the producers on the record. I feel like I just spoke my man up. I was just shouting out J Soul, and then he appeared. So that's all of the producers on the album. That's who's featured on the album. All right? All right, so let's get back to this remix. So, again, going back to what I was saying before, there's like acapellas on Bandcamp that you guys... Sorry, the connection dropped out for a second. So, again, there's subscription. If you do the subscription, there are acapellas on the site that you can grab. And here is what a fan did with one of the acapellas. And it's really dope. And shout out, so let's tell you who this is. This is produced by... 10 Rose. He's a producer from Costa Rica. All right. And he did this remix. And also shout out to Spin Master Mugen, who did a remix the month before of Spilled Milk. That was kind of cool too. All right. But here's this remix. Yeah, son. Thank you, Jose.
There's a time in hip hop where things, from my point of view, started going more to what things look like opposed to what things sound like. You know what I mean? Before, we ain't know what MCs look like until we went to the party and seen them rocking, you know what I'm saying? Or seen them, you know, most time you see them rocking around a show before you even knew, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, before video, pre-video, you know, so, you know, you really was going off the sound of the record. Straight skills.
Monday, fresh for my hour commute. Cause at least 5 days a week I'm with the youth, teaching them how to chase dreams while they stay clean and try to avoid parenthood while they teen. Tuesday, find me on UAU Street with the God's hand, mama saw some love beats. Wednesday, I'm wrapping up rhymes, it's so sick. Spend a couple hours tweaking my show this. Thursday, I'm at the crib trying to recline with the wife and spend a little quality time. Gotta let go of any stress clouding my mind. When they try to hold me back, man, the harder I climb. Friday, ready to go, locked and loaded, about to let it flow. Then bless the show, no time to chill. Gotta work tonight, make it slew trying to move all this merchandise. Saturday, hear my voice with some honey and hot tea. Pay a couple bills with the money you got me. Head to the park with my lady and baby. Relax cause the rap game be making me crazy. Sunday, grab my pad, hit the labs, what I do. Lay down vocals with YU. Today, now you're yours and tuned in. Got another
Please, John Paul, thank you.
Let's go, keep the movement moving. The groove is grooving when we do what we doing.
So yeah, so that's the remix right there. I'm gonna put a link in afterwards so you guys can check it out, check out the full version and stuff. Shout out to 10 Rose from Costa Rica. Yeah, man, I was really impressed with the remix he came up with. And so to answer a couple of the questions that popped up, so yeah, thank you, Jose, I appreciate that. George asked me to spit a freestyle. I tell you what, I don't really have the time to do it tonight because we're running a little long, but next week I'll spit for y'all for sure. I got you. Simeon asked, would I rap with Odyssey? I absolutely, well, for the record, I actually have a song. Me and Odyssey have a song with Ayamas Marad on one of his older projects. I believe it's on Odyssey 101. So y'all can look that up. And it's a jazzy beat and everything, like right up that vibe that you know, right up that alley in terms of the vibe that you guys are kind of accustomed to hearing me rap over. But yeah, look that song up. It's called Do Your Thing, or Do Our Thing. Do Our Thing. And it's on Odyssey 101. Me, Odyssey, Ayamas Marad. It's an old track. We actually did like an EP worth of tracks with Ayamas Marad back in like 07. So like 4 of those songs or 3 of the songs, something like that, were never released. But it was for something that we were trying to do for Japan when we were looking to tour together or talking about doing some things. So yeah, so shout out to Odyssey, shout out to Ayamas Marad. I definitely, I already knows, Amin knows that, like, I've built with him a few times about us doing something new. But that dude's everywhere. Like, he's always on the road. So it's easier to get a beat from him a lot of times than it is to get a verse. Like, I got to kind of get him when he's stationary, which is hardly ever. So, yeah. All right, so I think we are at our last order of business. So, going to end with this. For those of you who don't know, if you do a little digging online, Kenichiro Nishihara, the homie out in Japan, he just dropped a new album. Came out like toward the end of this week that just passed. And, oh man, I got to look up the name. I don't have the name in front of me. But I do have the song that we did for said album. So I'm going to play a verse from that. Y'all can look it up on your own. But the song is called Light Up the Dark. It's actually me and Precious Joubert singing on the joint. Oh, man, I appreciate, hey, good looking out, man. I appreciate that, Deval. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I'm not sure if it's Deval or Deval, But, or, yeah, sorry. But thank you. All right, so I'm going to play this last song and then I got to run, all right? So here it is. The song's called Light Up the Dark. And after this, we got to say peace. And, yeah, all that good stuff. So here it is. Hold on. 1 second. Got some background track playing. I got to stop that first. There we go. All right. And now, without further ado, Light Up the Dark from Kenichiro Nishihara and your boy, Substantial.
minds that been riddled with crime. Lucky to be alive as I start the end of my prime. Love and hate through battle, the universal design. We're reduced to cattle, don't let them into your mind. Think for yourself, let your brain be free. Get your third eye blind, can't believe what you see. All in your ear, tell you what you observe. Everything you see in your head, make you part of the herd. Damn, where hope go? Battery in the red, running solo, no harmony. Everyone singing solo. Try to see the world through my eyes without GoPro. I'm just your local, Rio that think global. Turn me up in the mix so I can be more vocal. Might give a spark to your soul, and my goal is the light of the dark. Let's go. Shine on them, like you opened up the blinds for them. Trying to open up the minds on them, shed light on them. I ain't strong enough to fight for them. I've been waiting for the right moment to light it up. Light it up.
Yeah, son. So, on that note, folks, I gotta get ready to run. It's fun, man. I like doing this with you guys every week and stuff, man. You know, and I'm gonna do my best to make sure we continue to do this. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Again, remember, pre-orders for the digital version of the album start tomorrow. I haven't even checked iTunes. I wouldn't be surprised if the pre-order's already up on there. I'll probably be posting links for that throughout the day tomorrow or whatever. So look out for that. Pre-orders for the physical versions, both CD, cassette, and vinyl, will be lost connection again. So as I was saying, CD, cassette, vinyl orders coming a little later. I'll keep you guys updated. But again, digital joint will be ready tomorrow. Thank you, House Music Japan. Yeah, Kenichiro's new project's called Sincerely. So be sure to check that out. Support the homie. It's really dope. Yeah. On that note, I'm out, y'all. Peace. God bless y'all, man. Have a good one. And all that good stuff. Rest in peace, Dilla. Peace, y'all.